the Lincoln Navigator will take over for this episode as we have got some more SUV races to get through. And now it's time for us to put on the turbo, and for this one I'm going to go with Turbonetics as the company. And have we unlocked any more? Oh yeah, that's right. We unlocked that new ECU upgrade. Yeah, I'll put this on. Sure, this will do. Okay, and let's check. Have I got any more upgrades available yet? I don't think I have. And nope. Okay, and already got the turbo installed, so yeah, let's move on. I'm also going to put some specialties on this thing as well, since we've now unlocked some new neons. I figured that might as well be one of the things I do to improve this thing visually. I figure it's now time to get those things on. Because why not? Basically. Because I can. So let's put on some new body kit parts. Just to make this thing look a little better.
Fenders, spoilers, side skirts, you name it, they do it. The body shop will make your ride stand out from those stock cars.
We must not have unlocked any new parts yet. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, that's right. We unlocked some new spoilers. Everything else as it is. And now let's head over to the specialties store, where we can now put on some new accessories. You'll also know that by now most of these I'll be skipping.
There's a camera crew here shooting for the next Four on the Floor sequel. Just make sure you cross the finish line first. You're in for sure.
Sure, whatever you say, Rachel. I don't know, there's something about another magazine cover I wasn't paying attention. It's also because, well, my TV is not very loud, so, you know, there is that. Okay, anyways. Heading over to the specialties shop now, which is all the way down here. Because I can head over there. Rims real big, baby. I want to make sure everything looks real big. Or real big enough. Because I can. And let's now drop some new paint on this thing. Because I can do that. Okay, so the race itself is all the way over there, but first of all, I'm going to put some new paint on this thing, because I figured now is the time for me to do that. I'm gonna make this one... Let's make it black. See how it looks. I reckon this thing will be good in black. Yeah, okay. I think that should be everything. Alright, let's purchase the setup now and get the hell out of here. Since I've now spent more than enough on changing this thing up. Okay, let's now head to our first race. Okay, I think I've wasted enough of your time now. Let's just get on with our first SUV race of Stage 2. I also reckon with the ECU upgrade I now fitted to this thing, things might be just a little bit easier for me. Although they've been pretty easy so far, but, well, I figure if there's any further advantages I can put on this thing, then I will find them. Okay, anyways. Our first SUV race coming from Alex, and it is a sprint race. This is one loose whip, man. You're crazy if you think you even have a chance. No matter, I'll take your bank. You know what to do to get it started. Alex, I believe I do. I also believe it'll be possible for me to go full send on you. So we've got 2 Lincoln Navigators and 1 Hummer H2 as our competition here. And I immediately lose it on the launch, but it doesn't matter because in just a split second, I immediately take over the lead, in spite of my poor start. But that's okay, because I am doing good. And that's precisely where I need to go. And right now, I would say we're doing okay. Also just gonna use up my nitrous to get just a little bit more speed. And where hopefully things will manage to go well. Or so I would hope anyway. As I now have a 4-second advantage over Victor, Alla's third, and Alex is running in fourth. Okay. And we are slowly pulling away from our competition. And so we continue. And I shift down to first gear so I don't lose the momentum. And now we are going to continue our march to the finish. I'm also pretty sure the SUV races in this game don't increase along with all the others, but either way, I did have to spend basically most of my money customizing this thing and making sure that it stood out, and I'm pretty sure I've succeeded in making this car stand out. And not just because it's pink, but also because I made sure to put on a few more sponsors. So Victor came home second, Alex was third in his Hummer, and it was Al who came home fourth in the third Navigator. 300 rat points, and another 350 in the bank. And now we shall move on to our next SUV event, which should be located up in the Beacon Hill area, I think. Alright. Let's get it on, baby. As it's now time to head to Beacon Hill. Alright. Hey, I do get shortcut points. That's cool. Oh, okay. Okay, no handbrake. And here is SUV race number 2, and it is a circuit race. Coming in from Dave. I've read this message before, I don't need to read it again. I'm really getting tired now. I've been at this now for a good while. I figured now, once I'm done with this, might be the time for me to get off it and do some other things once I'm done. And we've got one of each here. We've got a Hummer H2, a Cadillac Escalade, and a Lincoln Navigator. And not going to waste any time, just going to immediately boost myself up into the lead. And so begins the SUV circuit race of Stage 3. And where, before we get to the end of Stage 3, I'm going to plan on switching over from my Peugeot to another car pretty soon, because I think once I'm done with the circuit races and the street cross races, or possibly even done with the outrun races, that's when I'll consider switching over from my Peugeot 106 to another car. Because I figure it may be a matter of time before I need to switch over to a faster car. So Dave is currently second, Michelle is third, and it is Marcel who is running in fourth. I do also believe Marcel is the name of that monkey from Friends. More specifically, I think it's, ironically, Ross Green's monkey from Friends. At least I think Ross's surname is Green. I'd have to look up the characters to be sure, but I'm pretty sure the name of his monkey is Marcel, because I have watched a few episodes of Friends, even if I've not watched many more than that. Huh. I get triple clean sections right before hitting the wall. But anyway, I move away from my competition as I now have a 7-second advantage over Dave, and the field pretty much remains unchanged, and it doesn't look like it will change. Anyways, we move on. And so, we continue. And there we go. Easy win. In the Stage 3 SUV circuit race. Over Dave in his Hummer H2, Michelle was third in the second Lincoln Navigator, and it was Marcel who came fourth in the Cadillac. Alrighty, let's get our replay now, because I figure it's a good time to do that. Also because if I'm going to get through the street cross races next, this is probably a good time for me to get a thumbnail of this thing. This is also a big boy. I also figured it would be necessary for me to use the hood vinyls, because I can do that. I also gotta say, the racing vinyl I fitted to this thing, it fits very well. I also did not think the colours were going to stay the same either, but apparently they have. Which, amuses me. Now obviously you can't see all angles of the vinyl because, well, I obviously put on the flame vinyl, but again, I still think this thing looks pretty cool. And it lives up to expectations. Okay. Oh. Okay, that's a little too big for my taste, that shot. A little too up close. Okay, I think that should do it. I think there's enough evidence there to support my casing for a thumbnail. Alright, one SUV race to go, as we must now head up to Jackson Heights for our final SUV race of Stage 3, which is located all the way up here. And that is where I will head. I've also figured going through the drift races first will give me the best contracts. Because they can. It's also because if I'm lucky, it will also be able to attract the right sponsors as well. I have got one of the sponsors I need. And now I just need to make sure I get the other sponsor I need, which will be Greedy. And this is coming from Ken. Well, I figured that respectful text message he had on me earlier with that drag race was a fluke. So what have we got here? Okay, so we've got another Lincoln Navigator. Hey, isn't this down in Cole Harbour? I've got a feeling it is. And we've also got 2 Hummer H2s in this race. I think this is the first time we've actually raced down in the Cole Harbour area, is what I think, because I've not been down in this area before now. And also because, well, I reckon it might be possible for me to stick with driving the Navigator in pink. I figure this actually works pretty well with this car. At least I think it does. Because who the hell does not love pink? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, anyways. And yes, that was just me thinking about hearing a cricket chirping. You probably know what a cricket chirp sounds like. If you've lived long enough and you've been places. You'll probably know what a cricket chirping sounds like. Well, anyway. Let's head up this way, because this, that catches me out every time. Well, because I've not been down in this area for a long time, I can't really say that surprises me. There's just always certain roads on the map that, on their reverse course variant, they can basically catch you out, but then once you get on the forward course types, I think this is probably a reverse course variant. They can just catch you out so easily when you've not driven through these areas for years like I have. Anyways, I've not been in the Pearl Harbor area for at least a few years, so it probably does make sense to say why I made that obvious mistake. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I still won the race by a margin over Marnie. Ken was 3rd, and Steve was 4th. Another 300 rep points and 350 in the bank. And now I will save the game. Excuse me. And there we go. I think that should be our last SUV event of Stage 3 now done and dusted. In case if any more pops up on the map, and no they don't. Okay. So now, I think I can call it a day because I've been at this now for at least a good 2 hours, and also because, well, I'm getting pretty tired, so yeah. 23% complete with the game. Also, we have now done 50 races, if you can believe it. And I think next time we'll be getting on with the circuit races, because I know there's at least 5 of these which I need to get through. But anyways, those were the Stage 3 SUV races, and next time we will be doing the Stage 3 circuit races here on Need for Speed Underground 2.
No one get by, I need speed when I'm racing that strip. I got the bull in the chip, your car like something to strip. Throw up the key, the hoopty whip to the squatters. Whoever putting the dollars, holler, we see who car hotter.